Hello, all. Welcome to ClearIAS Academy. Today, the faculty panel of ClearIAS Academy is actually having a brief discussion regarding the Prelims exam that happened today of 2024. So, we know that you are all in a multitude of emotions, but we are actually having a very casual discussion regarding the how the Prelims exam was or the Prelims question paper was, and starting with the most number of questions that came from the subject quality. So, Akshay, what do you think as a quality faculty? How do you analyze this question paper?
See, when we talk about the UPSC CSE prelims of 2024, there is in fact a shift of level of exam from the last years, or the previous years in fact. So when you talk about the level or the standard of the exams, I would rate it comparatively easier when we compare it to last year's exam. And I think that is great. In fact, it is actually providing the aspirant community with a level playing field. That is actually one of the most interesting factors which I have felt about the UPSC CSE examination. And when we talk about the exam informant, I think the CSAT, the second paper was also not different. That is what the opinion we have actually been able to get from the faculty and the aspirant community. So what about Sravan sir? How do you feel that about your area of concentration?
Yes, would say overall sense also say that the exam definitely needs a bit of higher role of listening ability. Yeah, played with the exam. So definitely there was a test of content. Also, add content definitely would score definitely, but along with that, there was a need of critical thinking, all that problem solving skills, all the techniques were definitely of great value today also. That's what I felt today, and definitely one more thing is that the significance of current affairs was definitely used. A lot of changed of questions which actually have the foundations of the NCERT textbooks were actually asked in the question paper, but it was on the application level, which we could only from those kind of events.
Yes, in fact, that is one of the points which I would like to add. So when I talk about debate quality, get a question in relation to, say, for example, the power division, the legislative power division between the union and the state. There is a question in relation to the delimitation. There was a question in relation to the governor. Why the reason? We know the reason.
The governor.
Yeah, exactly. That is the reason. There is a center-state dispute all the time, and that is always in the news. And the UPSC is not forgetting about the current affairs.
Last time also there was a question regarding president.
Yeah.
The presidential election was going on. Now we have
Exactly. So that is the reason why the UPSC comes forward with a question in relation to the Parliament of India.
Yes, exactly.
The UPSC comes forward with a question, say, in relation to money bill, the annual financial statement, isn't it? So that is what is most attractive about the UPSC. It is not forgetting about the current affairs. It gives a clear clue for the aspirant community that while you are preparing the subject, be concentrated in the static as well as the current affairs part. Now, what do you think about your subjects, sir? Economics?
Yeah, economics seems very not exactly predictable. The questions are not exactly predictable, of course. But at the same time, some important topics that UPSC always stick on to, that has been repeated. For example, RBI's role, liquidity access facility. Such explicit questions have been asked. At every year, there will be a question regarding some capital market, money market or something. So this time also, there is a question regarding that. What I felt about economy, unlike other subjects, is that when we look at polity, basics are actually asked. Many things basics, constitutional amendments, money bills, every type it repeats. But this time, economy actually shifts to a higher level. Yes, basic level understanding is required. At the same time, the application of current affairs, as you already said, current affairs plus a static part application is required in some universities. So that is what I feel about economy. Not very tough, but a moderate to difficult level of questions.
Yeah, among the core subjects, the core subject, what I felt is that economy stands out quite a bit of difference.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah, that is what I also felt. What about, I would just like to understand from your side that how long actually or how far actually the institutes helps the aspirant community in crossing the barrier of prelims exam this time.
Okay, see, I've replied to that particular answer as well as an aspect. I was definitely an aspirant this before. So in that particular sense, also, I could understand, I could really establish that those things, those classes, not just the classes, but the test series also, the faculty help also, all those things definitely plays a very significant role. For example, from the classes, so for example, in the science and technology classes or the geography classes, we take the topics of this canon. There is a very basic question regarding the 21st. That is how solve states. That is a very big. From the science and technology, there was a question on the 5th generation fighter. Yes, those things actually are continuously in the newspapers for English. So all those things has been.
Geography has also been, most of the books that come from the
Very basic things.
Yeah, very basic stuff.
On the application. But of course, one person who's actually very well fluent in the NCRTs would definitely have well.
Yes,
would
exactly.
attempting the exam. However, in slight extra reading is definitely required.
And the most grateful thing that we must feel is that the platform, the ClearIAS, was able to deliver quality content, be it on the YouTube platform or in the classroom program or through the test series. We were able to provide quality content. And say, for example, there was a question in relation to the Sahelis. So that is something which, by the grace of God or whatever it is, that is something which is a coincidence.
The topics identified as most important ones, like as we have the
Yes, that,
have pattern. Yes.
the daily videos that we provide to the aspirant community has become definitely and it would say. So in this aspect is what is actually becoming the importance of a civil services training institute. I think personally, a training institute can provide a guidance to the aspirant community, as well as the training institute can become very crucial in their preparation also.
Yeah, every time UPSC actually surprises you with the question paper. And the role of any institute is actually to guide, to give the right light, I think. But UPSC every time it's surprise. This time, compared to last time, people were actually complaining regarding the question pattern. But this time again, UPSC has gone back to the elimination techniques, and very beautifully it has innovated in the assertion-based question.
Yeah, that
They have added a statement, and that's the following. They have added another call. So again, different kind of permutation and combinations are innovated by UPSC, which no institute can match.
Yeah, that is the reason why UPSC is also regarded as effective.
Yes,
That point that all this observation type of question, for some years later, before there was a question of the pressure cooker.
Yes.
How much time it takes, what are the factors you state the food to be cooked inside the pressure cooker. This time there is a question of comparison of different ranks between the armed force officer. These are not definitely things which we can actually acquire some text.
Yeah, there is a question regarding chewing gum. That is, yes, we see everywhere. I think there was lifestyle question every time.
Yeah, it becomes more practical in the sense, and that is so straight. Yeah, that is what makes it very practical. Say, for example, when we talk about Indian polity, the Constitution plays a very important role. We know a question was in relation to Article number 21 of the Indian Constitution. There was question in relation to, say, for example, emergency provisions or amendment of the Constitution. There was two questions in relation to that. So this actually proves that the UPSC says that things that you will have to learn is just in front of you. So you get into the classroom or you get in support with a mentor or a coaching institute and get what you want. That is what UPSC says.
Learn whatever you want. Ask questions, just answer.
Exactly. That is what is very much interesting about
Put your eyes and see things around, observe the things around.
Yes.
Analyze this, give emphasize the things around. Then we can get those extra, that extractive license, that observation power, and getting a training institute will definitely have a very huge role in guiding one native aspirant towards that level.
And most questions, when we come to ecology, this time there is a very drastic dip in the number of questions on ecology. But again, when we look at the questions, before there was a question regarding elephants, breeding period of elephants. This time it is lions. There is a repetition. Before there was questions regarding moringa, a question regarding leguminous plant. This time the questions regarding which of the following are peas, belong to the family of peas.
The research of wildlife protection act.
Exactly. Before the statement regarding sea wildlife, what? Yes, flying foxes. Such questions are actually, nature is actually the way.
And one of the most attractive feature of this particular exam is that, see, the four core subjects, that is polity, history, geography and economics, that constitute almost 70 to 75% of the marks out of it. And that is good enough for an aspirant to close the barrier of the preliminary exam.
And many aspirants actually worry about current affairs. But
Separately.
Most of them are actually coming combined at the same time. Even with static alone, we can actually score a lot of marks.
Definitely.
That is actually a very
So that is, in fact, it is very grateful from the side of our institute, ClearIAS. We are extremely grateful that we were having that opportunity to provide quality content for the aspirants.
Yeah, he had been able to cover a lot of things, which actually topic-wise or specific element-wise, many questions have actually come. That is actually a very great success on our part.
Exactly. It's a satisfaction on of the business. We have also that, okay, those things which we have been covering with telling our student, that is also actually appearing in the business.
Yes.
That is extremely nice. Yeah. That is what is a success of a teacher as well as a institute or a platform. Yeah. So I think we does not wanted to go for a long. We would be winding this small podcast for this year UPSC Civil Services Prelims examination. And what do you wanted to just share to the aspirant community, those who might be facing that disappointment?
I would say that this particular point of time, a lot of people would have already said that I'm not going to cross. Some people would be saying that, okay, I'm on the edge, I don't know what, I might cross, I might not cross. They'll be sitting on the brink, they'll be butterflies in this storm right now. I'm definitely tell those people that, okay, if you are not sure that you're not clearing, those people who have done their keys and all, you can definitely have more number of chances. There is no stopping you. Those people have more on the edge also. There should not be any waiting time. There should not be any wasting of time also. This 15 days until the result is actually coming, I guess in the June, first week of July. Till that time, you have almost around 80 days to for the weeks. If you are using that 15 days, which means that from that 80 almost, that was days, actually 65 days. So start preparing from this particular moment itself. Take 1 or 2 days off, can take your week time off. Then after that, start preparing right away. Don't wait for the result.
Yeah, it's the way of any keys, whether they predict you pass or fail, prepare for means.
Yes.
That will actually work anytime. In the future, you will be writing prelims, then you will have to work for the means, but still work for the means. That is actually very productive, very helpful for you.
Okay, that's good days, right?
Yes, yeah, that is why it's going to be actually.
So that's what we would like to add here. So all the best for all the aspirants. We'll meet you again. Goodbye.
Thank you.